Well, Bongeziwe released his debut album Umlilo in the year 2012. He was dubbed the new face of Afro-folk. Born in Tsolo in the Eastern Cape, he grew up having a passion for music and the art. And these days, he's notably regarded as one of the country's finest, whose music crosses borders where people of all color get to enjoy. You know, his second album is an 11-track album and was singled out as one of the most important African releases of 2017. His music has been said to explore relationships, language and identity. He now joins me now in studio to tell us more about his work. And Bongeziwe, very good morning to you and a warm welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure having you now.
Thank you.
What some may not know is that you came to Joburg to study film and you ended up doing music. How did that come about?
Yeah, I guess I came to study film, but when I got to Joburg, I guess the passion of music. I started really loving music and being introduced to musicians that I didn't know about. So yeah, I think I just fell in love with music when I came to Joburg and tried to pursue it.
I mean, how did that shift happen from film to music?
Yeah, it happened very easily. I was like, I was finding myself in my off periods, like going home to record music, and I had a computer for the first time, and I just discovered that you can make music with the computer. Yeah. So that was just like something that I was just doing even more than my schoolwork and on weekends, and it was like a passion, but it turned into a career, I guess.
You know, you've been dubbed the face of Afro-folk. For those who may not know, what does that mean?
Yeah, I guess, folk is like a storytelling kind of music, and definitely, I guess, the African from South Africa or from Africa. But really, my music now is really like kind of changing. Yeah. I'm more seeing myself as more of a soul musician, doing soul music, basically.
Okay, so basically, you tell stories, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell stories through music, yeah.
Okay, so how would you describe your genre? Is it Afro-pop? Is it Afro-jazz? What kind of music? What kind of genre?
Yeah, I think it's hard to put one specific genres. I think the kind of music that we make is trying to fuse different kinds of styles together. It's definitely soul music, but definitely with the African element, and definitely with the storytelling element, and definitely with the soul element. So yeah, I would refer it as soul music.
And you infuse your home language, isiXhosa, in your music. So how important is it to use that, as you tell all the stories?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I didn't even intentionally do. I think it was just being influenced by other artists, especially when I came to Joburg. I think when I started music, it was that time in South Africa where, black people really wanted to identify their music as black, and I think I was influenced by that, definitely by artists like Thandiswa, Simpiwe Dana, and I wanted to do the same, and it is important for me as well. Yeah.
Mangaliso has been singled out as one of the most important singles of the year 2017.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Yeah, I guess it's my first successful album.
Is it?
So I'm really happy. It did really well, and it's still doing really well. It's really surprised me. It won us the summer, the first summer that I got for Best Alternative Album. And yeah, I've got new work now coming, and the first single just came out, I think last week. And I hope this album does just as well. Yeah.
I mean, what makes it so unique compared to the first one? I mean, you just said that it's the most successful one you've done.
Yeah. Do you mean this new one or
this new one?
This new one is different. It's very young, and it deals with my last project really dealt with spirituality, but this new album really deals with love and finding love, and the absence of love, and I think people are gonna really relate to it. It's really written about topics that me and my friends are always talking about, and and I try to make it as relatable as possible, and try and make people find themselves in the music. Yeah.
Okay, just briefly, we don't have much time, unfortunately. Yeah. Where do we see Bongeziwe perform, and where do we get hold of his music?
Yeah, my next show is in Botswana. I'm playing in Botswana for the first time, and my music's everywhere, I would say.
Okay. All right, Bongeziwe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That was Bongeziwe Mabandla talking to us about his album, Mangaliso. This is Morning Live. We take a break now.